off. So we have the text and the abilities flowing. But right now we don't have the control of the scale, the speed, the intervals, like everything. So we need to fix that. And my plan is to use a similar pattern in our card here. This, what is the floating visuals? I think we export a settings here that it's gonna allow us to control these parameters, and we can play around. We can do like a fast, as small, a big, and so on. So here, actually, let's create the class first. So in the settings, I think we're gonna create the visuals. Gonna create a script called floating visuals settings, right? And that's different than this our floating visual settings. So this one is plural. It might become confusing, but I'm kind of familiar with this plural and singular when they're related, but one is like spawning the other. So I think it's gonna be fine for now. So let's go with our plural here. And this is gonna inherit from resource. It's gonna be a global class. And we're gonna export. So what do we want? We want call. I mean, let's try float, but we might need to do double to make things easier. Let's make everything public. So public float. We want our interval. Do I need to say time? Maybe not. Get private set. And we want what do we want? We want the speed. Let's do speed Y. We might want a type. Let's say maybe we wanted to alternate. But for now, let's leave the type. And I would probably want the scale as well. Okay, so with that, we can build this. And we're gonna create a settings here, our default. In fact, let's separate into folders. So this is like visual. And another folder for visuals. So everything aside from these, it's gonna go to visual. And the plural one is gonna be here. And we're gonna create a new resource called visuals. Floating. And what is this? Maybe there was some problem here when building. No. Actually, before we, I mean, now we can see if we built or not. Yeah, so we have our uh, floating visual settings. So this we're gonna do our default visual settings. But then here we need to, I'm gonna export these settings. So we're gonna have visuals, floating visuals settings. Those settings. So let's build here, but then now we can configure, we can see like our interval, speed, and scale. And we want to use it here. So, okay, this is the duration. So let's add that as well. Want duration. And probably in importance order, we probably want duration, speed. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. So here we're gonna set our default, and now we're gonna configure it. So let's see the duration. I think it was fine. I think it was at 2, right? Oh, no, I think it was just at 1. Speed, I think we can definitely make it a bit faster. Maybe let's put it 2. The interval. This was our timer, which I think it's set to 0.5, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's at 1. Which I think is too slow, so let's do 0.5. In the scale, we can do it bigger. Let's do 2. So what we're gonna do here in our ready function, we're gonna do timer dot, is it wait time? What is it called? Yeah, wait time is equal to settings dot interval. And now all of this, so we're gonna set our, we already have speed here, we're gonna do a duration, and we're also gonna do scale. So let's just do this. So duration equals settings, duration, speed, scale, scale, speed. Autocomplete was not picking it up. Settings dot speed. Oh, okay, because it's speed Y. Let's rename this, then choose speed Y. We don't really need the interval again because the timer is taking care of that. So here instead we're gonna multiply by the speed Y. Here we're gonna multiply by the duration. It's gonna be the duration. And we already set the interval on the timer here, and the scale. I think we're gonna do it here. So floating visual dot scale times scale. And that should be it. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I mean, this is good. Like, it's already better just from the scale alone. So the thing is bigger. The number is very clear. But because it's still doing Y, right? So one thing is on top of the other. So I think we also need to give some lateral speed. We could try to do random. So maybe that's one of, let's try, so we can try 3, because I can already come up with 3 options. So we alternate, we do random, or we just do one side. So let's just try one first. Let's just try the simplest one, which I think is just choose one side. So in our settings here, we want a floating visual style. Right, so let's say we're gonna call style here, and actually we like call enums as enum. So we're gonna create this enum here, a folder for enum. Gonna create a new script for visual enum. This doesn't inherit for anything. This is an enum. And here we want lateral, we want random, we want alternating. I mean, at least like that's the, I mean, I don't know if lateral is the best name. Maybe it's single lateral or one side. Let's call it one side. And in our settings should be good. And then here, now we're gonna go because I think we have our I don't know if we can do it like this, but like it seems like overcomplicated. Okay, let's just do vector. So we're gonna do destination plus view vector 3. Right, and before here we're gonna have x that is going to be whatever. For now, let's just call it 0. And var y equals to speed. So this is gonna be x comma y and position floating visual dot position dot z. And here we're gonna put our destination here. Now to do the x, let's say it's gonna let's say I'm gonna do double, and we're gonna do a get x. We can rename this to better name. And here we're gonna pass the I mean, technically don't need to pass, but like, because like we have the access here. But normally I like to uh to pass, because like again, like ideally we probably want to separate this maybe even into a new class. So here I'll just do style. So all we care is this floating visual style enum. So this is our style. Again, we're gonna do if style on side. Actually, we're just gonna, then we're gonna return, no, 5, which we probably want to, do we want the speed X as well? Guess we do. So we're gonna do speed X. Here, speed X, speed X. So it's just gonna return speed X. And here by default, we're gonna return speed X as well. And again, I know this sounds useless here, but I mean, this is not gonna be the only style. Actually, maybe should return 0. So let's say get speed X. And in our settings, we just duplicate this, call speed X. Okay, I don't think all of this saying 0. Okay, so let's, this should work already. So let's just build, and I think we're gonna need to reconfigure our settings, at least on the X and Y. Yeah, our speed Y. Can be a bit faster, so it can like make sure it moves out of the way. And also the duration I think can be slightly longer, because like it was quite clear already. So let's try this again. It's already set as one side. Because like that's the first value of the enum. I mean, okay, now it's definitely visible, but yeah, I think the speed is way too, it's way too much. Can definitely like half that. And I don't think, and I think the speed Y can also be a bit lower. So let's do 1.5, and then let's just do 1.5 on both. I was not paying attention if you were showing Yeah, it is showing the level of the ability. Okay, I mean, this is it's looking better. Yeah, I could definitely see, like, for example, even like something like root that I would not normally like not pay attention. Could see all the prodigies here. Yeah, I kind of like it so far. Even the interval is also fine. What I'm thinking now is like, let's just, because like there was a bunch of like blue things, but let's adjust now at least for the type of the damage. Because like we have physical and elemental minimum. And actually, and let's try another style as well. Maybe the alternating, see what we like best. So first, I can duplicate this and call alternating. So see, like that's the power of having these like resources here. We can just like swap instead of like reconfiguring through the code and like losing every time we do any change. But before that, we need to go on our damage taken. So damage taken. Here we're hard coding physical. So we probably want to first like not hard code stuff, and second check if it's physical or true or elemental. So in this case, I think we can do so var type. Wait, what is? No, this makes no sense. It's not the type. It's because like it should be in damage value. The key, right? Key, yeah, that's the enum. So the type here. And because the type, I think it's called, yeah, so element of it. So I think we can just do that to string, right? So if we just do the type dot to string. Normally I prefer to do this because it's a bit shorter. Okay, now this should work. But what we need to do in our visuals here, because like we have our physical, we're gonna duplicate this, call elemental, and the color we're gonna get from our palette somewhere. Elemental. Great. Now let's run and see how it looks. Ah, no, it's not gonna work because like I didn't add this to the resource loader. Here, we also wanna do elemental. Let's run it again. I saw an error down here. I hope it's not really something too annoying. Okay, 3, 1. These are elemental. This should be, yeah, but this should be elemental, yeah. So we saw red here, red, blue. Great. Yeah, okay, this is awesome. It's perfect. I thought I was gonna spend a lot more time with, especially with the abilities, and like, but it seems quite synchronized. So 2 things I want to kind of try it out now. One is the alternating version. Right, so we're gonna go to our, and actually let me do here just a quick whip. But then we're gonna, I want to try the background of the platforms. I mean, it's not gonna be this texture, we're gonna change a bunch, but I want to try black. So want to do floatings, battlefield slot. Here, oh, hi, Damor. You still there?
Hi. Yes, I am.
Yeah, did you see the floating text?
No.
Okay, I'll show you now.
That sounds like progress.
Yeah, I think it's looking really good. But I kind of want to try making the platform black. And okay, let me show you the floating text. But like the next test I want to do, because I just did like going to one side, but now I want to try like two other styles. One is like alternating, and another one is like random. See how it's gonna look. I expect the random to suck, but I mean, that's the point. Like I already have this like setup that it should be easy to try it out. Yeah, see, I think because like it's going to the side, you can definitely see every number and the icons.
Yeah. Yes.
You can see like already in the colors as well. It's already like, so elemental is red, the physical is blue. I think even the time is quite good.
Yeah.
What do you think about black platforms?
I think this looks a lot better than the gray. The gray was sticking out like a sore thumb. This is a lot more blending in, which I think is better.
Yeah, I agree, but I still, there's something, I think the cards are still like, maybe because they have black borders. I think I still want to do black, but I don't want like this black. Maybe I'll just
maybe
tone it down
make
a
it
little bit back.
a little bit silver or something along those lines with an edge or something.
Just maybe something like this.
I installed Fedora on my server.
Wait, your server? What you mean, the
Brave
local server?
Yeah, sure. Like it's basically my old PC essentially.
Mm.
The one I had before I bought the mini PC.
Oh, I see. How's it going?
It's running.
That's fine.
I installed the NVIDIA drivers. I've installed Brave.
Which NVIDIA driver? Do you know the name? Because
No, not off the top of my head.
What I was gonna show you.
Yeah.
If you did Linux NVIDIA drivers. There is one called like Onovu or something like this. Like I don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah, the names are quite hard to pronounce. Yes.
NVIDIA driver, open source. What is the name? But my point is like, it's not this one, like maybe ask ChatGPT whatever to the comment to see which driver you have. Yeah, this one here. Novu. I don't, but basically, it's not this one. Like this, I mean, at least in my computer, like this one was performing terribly.
Okay.
So if you have this one, maybe try.
I don't think I have that one. Doesn't look familiar.
No, but like that's what it installs by default. If you did not go out of your way to install the proprietary one, you probably have this one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll check that. Not right now, but I will check it.
Let me put this here for me to check later when I set up Steam.
Yeah, I will need to install Discord though. How did you install Discord? Or are you doing it through the browser? Like always.
I'm doing through the browser. No, like it's like if I can avoid installing something, I will. But a bunch of the stuff you might need to try. A couple of softwares I had problem with the RPM version, which is kind of like this is the default store here. So I'll try the Flatpak version.
Okay.
And that would work. I'm like, okay. Because like that's the
I
thing.
wasn't sure whether flatpaks work here, so I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, because like that's it. So Linux.
I've seen the choice.
Linux have like app images, Flatpak, and I'm like their own distro. What do you call it? Snaps or something? I don't know. I think
Sure.
Ubuntu have Snap. Yeah, but like it's I don't know. It's quite confusing. I don't fully understand. Anyway, here.
Anyway, show me the good stuff.
Yeah, the idea here. So the alternating, all we're gonna do here, we're gonna keep exactly the same settings, but we're just gonna change this to alternating. We are going to, in our floating visuals here, we're just gonna move the alternating here and bada bing bada boom. I mean, we didn't, we still need to configure the alternating logic, which is here. So it's just this get speed. So if we do if style equals floating in alternating, we I don't. So there's two options here. Either we alternate for every new queue.
I'm kind of liking the one direction. I think it makes it more obvious where you need to look to spot something.
Yeah, I agree. I like it as well, but I think you need to see the other one to be able to fully compare.
Sure. If it's anything like it used to be, then this new style is my preference. But sure, let's have a look.
So what I think I'm gonna track here, just gonna do let's just call int direction. No, it's direction. Let's say it's 1. So I mean, there's probably a better way to do it. Yeah, I think I'll just do a bool direction. Now whatever, let's do int. Just do -1 or 1 just for now until I come up with a better name. But what we want to do is here we multiply, so we do var speed equals this speed y, no, speed x times direction. This way, and then right after that, we're gonna do direction. So direction equals 1. We're gonna do -1, else we're gonna do 1. Wait. Basically, something like this. We just want to flip it. And here we return the speed. So this way, it's not going to alternate all the time from doing like this. But like, let's say if like 3 things queue up at one point, then these 3 things is going to alternate. But let's say then nothing happens for a while, and then the thing starts again. Then the direction is going to always start, in this case, I think, to the right. So
okay,
let's let me run this. Well, it didn't work. Yeah, the alternating visual is alternating. Oh yeah, but it has unable to cast.
Still going in the wrong direction.
Ah, no, okay, because like I messed up. Why did I mess? How did I mess up here? Which scene is this? Float? No, no, no. Okay, so this, because I think I'm putting this wrong. So this should be here. Yeah, I know. I thought I was not gonna make this confusion with plural and singular, but it did. Maybe that's an indicator that I should rename this, but let's see, this should work now.
Okay.
Yeah, see? I don't know, I kind of like it.
Yeah, like I think this is how it used to be.
Yeah, on the 2D version. But I mean, it was not like, so I mean, the difference is that the ability was always going up, so it was not part of the numbers to like doing the alternation. I mean, actually, I think given that this setup, right, I think this could also be configured. Like we can put in the settings, the player could decide on the style that they prefer.
Yes, sure. Like, why not? Make it customizable. That would actually be cool.
But let me run this again.
Dealer's choice.
Well, this icon is still bothering me. I don't know why. I think maybe it's just because it's missing the border.
Sure, we can put a border that would make it more distinct to stand out.
The thing with this like 3D, the border to do it properly, like needs to do again either with a
Needs to be a 3D.
shader or for some 3D model, and I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
I normally I don't want to use shaders unless extremely necessary, because like they tend to be very like resource intensive, and normally it's harder to stack shaders on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, something else that's bothering me is these position effects that are not I think they need to be a lot lower as well to be a bit more connected.
Just move them a little bit lower in position. I think that'll be fine. So they're in the green, in the gray itself, not on the edge of the gray.
And I think
There is space, especially if we move the cards to where they need to be at the bottom. Then there's lots of space.
yeah, actually, so let's do this move. So we need to move the cards down. So here in our card position on our Z, we do, I mean, not 0.3. I think that's the math. I could be wrong. And on our, what is the grid slot? So battlefield 3D slot. Our position effect. Yeah, look how high it is. Like we want to be basically right here. Why? What is that? Let me just, so that let's do 0. You can do even 0.25. No, I think we need to, because like
move it
is
like
26.
Make sure there's a gray edge around all the sides. So move it into the gray all the way. Yeah. There we go.
I don't know if you saw the end of the stream when I put the sand, the background.
Yeah, I did see. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, but I just because I mean for me, like, I mean I understand the process now, but as I said, I just need to learn Blender better, so I just reverted.
Sure.
Yeah, this already looking
Yeah,
better.
but that's an interesting concept. We can play with the maps, like make each map, unique, which is cool. It would certainly feel more more world-like.
I mean, just now the cards needs to be a bit lower. Let me try to, if I move here, let me move it to the side. If I do, let me put it here.
I think the position effects can still go a little bit lower.
No, like this is maximum lower. Like there's no, I mean lower on the Y.
I don't mean.
You mean to
Yeah.
so you can see a bit of the edge on the other side.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean that makes sense. I'll try that. But before, let me, so the card here. Actually, how am I positioning the cards? So in the battlefield slot, have the combatant holder. Okay, why is it so high? I don't know. Let's do 0.26 as well. Yeah, now it snapped exactly where I wanted it. It's like now you can see, like you can see the edge of the card at the bottom here, like in every, regardless of the perspective of the camera. If I would do
Yeah.
as it was
And
here,
that's how it
let's
should
say
be.
0.6, you see these cards here are going out and this one is going inside the slot.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, in fact, I can move the, so on the position effect here, so it should be maybe something like this, right? Is that what you mean, right? So you can see, yeah, I think that does look better. And especially if we have a border,
Yeah.
like there's
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
breathing room.
Yes.
Right. So let's do, so minus 1.4, 1.4, and here minus, oh no,
That's too much.
no, yeah, I know I'm messing up the, it's
Okay,
it's here minus 1.4, yeah, just so it's like more like round numbers, yeah.
that's better. Yeah, that definitely looks better.
Something else, I think on our battle, like on this, let me try, not this one, this battle, so the terrain, what if I make it darker? Oh shit, now I cannot see anything.
I'd actually like to try other types, like a fire or a water.
No, but I'm not gonna waste time with that because like I want to do the proper terrain. So it does,
Sure.
even if we try the fire texture, it's like, I could like,
You have the fire texture
yeah, I have
already.
the fire texture. I could just try it at least here. So let's do quick load lava. Uh, yeah. Why this texture, like, it keeps changing? It becomes yellow.
I don't know. Yeah, so that's certainly a different look than what we had before. Um, whether it's better or not, I don't know.
I mean, okay, let me try some sand texture. So if we're planning to do, even if we're gonna do the
Yeah,
blender thing, let me try
shores of depression.
Google Images. Oh, no, Google ChatGPT, sand, seamless sand texture, beach sand texture. And let me go back to full white for now till we, and while the, what ChatGPT is doing. So I'm gonna put here in images, textures. Yeah, here the texture is fine. Maybe it's just,
Yeah, that's right.
let me try again. Here, let me drag here. Yeah, maybe because I did during runtime. I don't know.
Yeah, that looks more red.
I mean, actually, I really like this one better than the muddy stones. Like, uh,
Yeah, this looks more serious.
I mean, it still looks like dog shit, but let's uh,
Yeah,
try the sand here.
it doesn't look like an arena, that's for sure.
Yeah. Save image
Okay, sand.
and
I like it.
oh, actually, okay, I
Shows the
saved
creation.
directly here. Very good. Sand. It might be a bit too repetitive, but let's try. I mean, if there was not this line here, it wouldn't look that bad.
Yeah, there's a line in the middle that's weird. Um, the
I mean,
rest it does look cool.
this
I think if you just move, if you move if you match up the waves, then I think it'll be fine.
yeah, I think wait, it's not on the
But,
offset.
but there
What
is a
is
mismatch.
there is a UV? I think somewhere. Wait, let me. No, not this. UV padding, but then I need. I don't know. Nothing is changing.
Magic.
Wait, but I'm not. What is? What is the sand? It should be here. The material is gone. How? What?
All right, bro. I'm gonna jump off.
Alright, bro. Take care. Catch you later.
Good night.
Good night. Cheers. Let me move out of Discord then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. UV one. Nope. Something's off. I think okay. Let's maybe just because the game is running. Let me try everything again. So here on material, let's go to our video. Should have. Let me see if I change here to. Well, I'm not seeing the lava change. Clear. Yeah, how is it still showing sand? What's okay? I'm gonna close Godot and open it again. Yeah, how is that possible? Why does it still have the sand? Let's do it all again. 1,000. What? Is like, did I configure the default materials somehow? Resource. Okay, let's try deleting this. Yeah, I don't know how I messed that up, but like, yeah, I want the sand. Yeah, but somewhere here in the material. Yeah, this one here. So I don't think we want to make it. The main problem here is that this is not a seamless texture. Maybe that's the... I don't even think it matters what we try to do. It is always gonna have the line. And again, I don't think we should spend much time trying to make the texture looks good, because if we're not gonna be using this texture, we're gonna be using... I mean, we might still use some texture, but probably like do it better through Blender. So let me try, now that I know it's exactly this, let me... I mean, I guess if we make really small, then we see the squares. Or if we make exactly this size here, then it looks... But then it does, like, the sand looks like gigantic. Yeah, I think I prefer something like... Uh, yeah, just something like this for now. It's fine for me. Like the to get the feeling right for how the bed is gonna look by the beach. So what we can do now, actually, let me start again. I mean, we could create all the floating text. So the armor through damage, I think we did already, but we need to create like armor and dodge, something like this. But I think this is good for now. Like we don't let's continue again. Like I want to get the whole thing working. So next in the focus today, I want to connect the timeline. So here in the battle right now, if I do this, like nothing matters here. And actually, like to just go and back the round is gonna be more complex, but at least the speed I want to be able to adjust. So we're gonna go to our battle here. Already connected the timeline just for this the battle skipped, but now we want to do speed change. So handle the battle. Actually, I think we just do speed change. We're gonna put this under here. Gonna implement this. What are we passing here? I guess the float or the speed. Float speed. So this is it's relevant, I think, for all the animators. So all the animators they probably want a reference to the battle animator, right? Like that's what's the main. And I think they already, I think they have it. Because in multiple places we call here like block channel. See combatant animator. Yeah, because like we have our animator, which is the main animator. So we pass that with the context. So if we set our battle speed here, so we want a public float battle. Yeah, let's just call battle speed. And we want to set a public set battle speed float speed. Not sure we're gonna do much for now. So now in our actual, I mean here as well, if I don't think we're animating anything here. So in our combatant animator and on our card animator, yeah, let's move they both together in the beginning here. there a way to like move? Just close almost everything now. We have the main here. This is the main animator, then the combatant animator, and followed by the card animator. I think we care about the settings now. Not even sure we're using this. Let me keep it open for now. Anyway, here we have it's all set. Now we go to our battle 3D animator. I think it's set. Right, the battle speed is here. It's public. Now here, when actually animating stuff, for example here, when you do this create battle twin, I want to do, instead of doing, we don't have this battle speed anymore. What we're gonna do, here we're gonna get our animator or context. Oh, wait, what is the... I was just checking that we had the access to the context. What is it? Oh no, here I'm passing it here. Yeah, every time I'm passing it. What is when instantiating this? So when I feel I'm doing something wrong, I don't think I should be. I think I just need to pass this one time. Simon Morel. Morel says, "Oh shit, you're still here." Oh, I don't remember your name. Did you message anything before? But yeah, I mean, all the time that I'm working on the game, I'm being streaming now, so that's I'll be streaming a lot. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of want the context here. At the beginning, I wrote I had to go to work. Oh, okay, I remember something like that. I don't know. I'm still kind of new to this streaming thing. Again, like I'm not very good with names, so yeah, sorry for that. But But again, feel free to ask any questions or comment anything. 1 hour gamer. Oh, back. Went to sleep, woke up, back here. How's it going, huh? 1 hour ago. How is your progress with Godot? Coffee time. Ah. Why am I passing the context to everybody? Another gamer says, I'm still training my brain to understand this language. Are you trying with C# or GD script? The battle event, the battle context is right here. So I think actually, it's like in the arena, I'm passing the battle DTO, battle info, but I think if I just pass, is it just make that part of the context? Look, I don't know if let me look at the context again. First, let me delete all of this. I don't think we're gonna need it. And one hour gamer says, I just downloaded Grammarly. My grammar is awful. Where are you from? Are you not an English native speaker? Oh, and Simon says, did you consider working with uh, any of the LLMs so make the workload smaller, or keeping the project file with one of the LLM's options to annotate quicker? Not pushing it, just interested in your take. Yes, I did consider. In fact, I still do consider. My plan is to use Claude Code. That's the embedded, and I checked it already integrates with Rider, which is the IDE that I'm using. However, from my research, in fact, let me even, I think it's even right here. What is chats? What is a Cloud Code? Here. Because like, and I tried this before, even when talking with LLMs, including Claude. And what it's saying here that Claude cannot create, like it cannot really talk with Godot. So for example, we wouldn't be able to create resources, scenes, move like textures and all that kind of stuff from my understanding, or it would do a very bad job. But it can do the scripts, right? So, but because of that, and because also like the LLMs don't fully understand the game feel, the game logic, the gameplay itself, um, I will try, but I expect it to behave very poorly on the client. But on the server, on the other hand, that's what I'm planning to do, because like the server is a bunch of like it, it's a more like standard just code doing like API stuff or I don't know, like string manipulation or organizing lists or all that kind of stuff. And I think then Claude Code is gonna do a really good job. But for now, I don't think this is a priority, because like I want to just get this like Battle 3D out first, and that's 90% done on the client. But after I do this, I will play around with Cloud Code. I already checked like what can be done with the terminal, and it seems like super powerful. Essentially, like you become more of like the manager, right? And then you just have like these like multiple agents in parallel doing the heavy lifting stuff. And I think that if I get familiar with that, that would speed up the process a lot. And also, I think the quality of the code would increase, because like then you can like get everything with like proper tests, and the AI is pretty good at catching like stupid bugs. So, but from my using with AI, I don't think it's still good enough to just like let them do whatever and they're gonna do a good job. Like normally, like they do a decent job, but you still need to. I prefer basically I use AI for a couple of things. Like mostly like to see what's possible. Right, just let's say I know a way to do something. Let's say I have like 3 ideas of how I would do it. So either I don't know which of the three is best, or maybe there are better. So I would ask AI, um, yeah, how it would do, and then I compare with what I'm doing. I can say, oh, okay, this is good, or no, this is bad. Or for something specific, for example, things that I do a lot, I would just, once I'm kind of happy with the structure of the code, I would just throw it, let's say a class, or even like a small function to it, and say I'll simplify it or optimize, like whatever, and it does a really good job with in those cases as well. But like I don't know, how are you using any other aside from Cloud Code that you would recommend? Uh, uh, um, so here I'm gonna just pass this to the arena. One gamer says I speak Canadian English. What is isn't Canadian English the same as English? Okay, it's different, but like, wait, but shouldn't the grammar be the same? Even if like some words are spelled different and have different expressions or different whatever. So here I'm doing this combatant update. I will also pass I don't know, this seems weird to just keep passing this context. This is probably even worse than just I think I'll just pass it when I'm calling the function like I was doing. Probably cleaner. I mean, I'll keep that in mind when I come back and like refactor this a bit. So here I'll have better context. The thing is, let me think this through before I start coding, because I think this is gonna touch a bunch of stuff. How was this before? This is the history. Let's have a battle speed here, right? The issue here is when I'm playing with the timeline. I mean, let's start the game. So I want, if I change the battle speed from 1 to 2, I want the change to happen like immediately. And I'm not even sure if that's possible in the, at least because like here we create the twin, right? And then we set the speed. So one option is like if we change the battle speed, it would take like all the twins that started already, they're gonna keep the same speed. And then new ones are gonna be with the correct speed. The second option is like we need to keep track of all the twins. And when we change the speed, we would loop through all the twins and adjust the speed that way. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of any of these options, but Okay, let me ask AI how we would do. Something else I'm doing. I wrote this AI prompt here so I can copy and place it here. So I want to change the speed of the battle during runtime. I'm using twins to control everything. What are the ways I can achieve that? I'm going to change to 1 time, 2 times, 4 times. So use engine time scale. The thing is, like, I don't want everything to run double speed. I just want the battle to run double speed. For example, the UI, the like whatever, anything else in the game, I still want to be at the same speed. So that's why I didn't want to do this like engine time scale. Yeah, which is exactly the content saying here. You can just slow down just a bit if you want to while other game parts unaffected. So Twinning Godot supports twin speed scale. You can keep a reference to your. That's basically what I said. Like we need to keep a reference to all the twins, and then do that dynamically. Only affects our twin, not physical UI. Yeah, but that's exactly what I want. Yeah, that's what was that's the problem here. That's what I was trying to avoid because I think this can be a bit complex. But maybe it's not. I think again we just keep the reference and then after that we remove. We're not gonna delete when the twin finish. We delete it. It might not be that painful. But again, let's see. So instead of relying on twin durations, you can manually update animations based on delta plus battle speed. But then, wait, these are wouldn't use twins. Yeah, this is a no-go. Just doing everything like essentially like manually is kind of crazy. So custom battle time manager. I have to create a battle time similar to that stores a battle speed multiplier. All twins animations and time uses this multiplier. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do with this context. So if we have the battle speed on the context, and every time we point to the same battle speed on the context, if we change the context, everything else should work properly. And I think that's a lot better than just tracking all the twins and making adjustments. I think it's too crazy. So I think we should go with this approach. But then we're back to, okay, where do we store this battle speed and how we make sure that everybody have access that. He's saying about like a singleton, which I'm trying to avoid. You already have this battle context that I like it. But I like the battle context idea, but I don't think we're doing a decent job. So okay, let's Let's close everything to the right here. What is it? Close to the right. So here, let's open only the things that we need, or else it's gonna go out of control. So we have the battle here. The battle has a reference to the arena, to the battle DTO, to the a bunch of this stuff that is already in the context. So I don't think we need to be repeating ourselves here, because like we added to the context. And that's it, right? So that's the first idea. Let's say we clean this up, and then we have the battle context with everything relevant that anybody might need to use. And we just pass to the main guys, which I think is just gonna go basically to the arena. And here, that because like that's the one spawn the combat. So I think if we've passed the context to the arena, to the combatants, then everybody should be able to use that. Because who's gonna use these? So the combatant animator is gonna use it, and the card animator is gonna use it, right? So here we have the card, and the card we don't have a reference to the combatant, and that makes sense. Again, like the card should not necessarily be used. So that's the thing. If the card I don't think so. The card should not know about battle context because again, it's not necessary to be used in the battle. The card animator also does not need to know the battle context. But so instead of like, why do we pass in the context here? Again, I'm flopping around, but I think I'm not sure this should be done here. But again, for now, so instead of passing the context, we could just pass the speed as reference. But again, that's such a red flag. I mean, the combatant animator wait, why? The combatant animator 100% is to have a reference to the combatant, right? Like this is yeah. So okay, everything that we do to the combatant animator, I can add the combatant here. We can have the battle context go to the combatant. Fine. But what I'm not sold is here, because we basically have the flip and the launch. But this is also, if we do this during the battle, as part of the battle, this is affected by the battle speed. So we need, in fact, even the name here. So this battle twin, see, like this is also, this here makes no sense because again, this is not a battle. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna delete this. Here we're just gonna do create twin. I mean, I think we do pass the battle as reference. So we would have like a float speed. I think it's like this, right? No? Float. What? Why I cannot? Like, again, I almost never use this, so how? C sharp, how to pass float as ref float. What was it complaining? Oh, async methods cannot have F. I don't see good options here. So what I'm thinking is all these card animators, we don't call that from the battle directly. So everything that is battle related should be called here. We can have a like a wrapper. We can have a like a flip here. We can do a flip, and all we do is call like the card animator. We do card animator and then flip, right? Like something like this. We can do that. And then we would set the speed with this battle speed. But again, like if it cannot be passed as reference, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I can use this method. I mean, the only way I can think of is like we would return the twin, like make a function of the combatant animator, return the twin here, from here, and then play with that. Or the other option, we accept that it's like, whatever, this is, if the average, let's say the average duration is like, I don't know, 1 second, we assume that if you change the battle speed, it's gonna take 1 second to kick in. Yeah, I think this, yeah, let's do like that. But then still, when we're getting the, how would we update the speed? So basically we need to update this battle speed. We put a battle speed here. So I mean, we could just loop. Let's say when this speed change, we would go to the somewhere that we have all the cards. Because we get we just in the arena here, when we change, we just say like if we get all basically if we get the combatants, we get the cards. So all we need to do is get the combatants, and we get the combatant animator and the card animator, and we set all these animators there. And here we have the list of all the combatants here. And it's public, so actually we just need to have a public. So we have like something like this: public float speed get set. Alright, don't commit. Keep pressing the wrong shortcut. So we have our speed here. And actually, let's go back. Oh, this is probably worse than just writing down here. Create battle speed, battle twin. Yeah, this is so much worse than. But anyway, float speed. No, get another one anyone. Let's just do public. Public void set speed. And here we're gonna do twin dot speed set speed scale to speed. Again, I don't want this to be battle, so this is just gonna be quick create twin is already reserved, so we need to do spawn, generate, get twin. Here we do the same. So public void set speed, battle speed, push to speed, load speed. And this is already set here, right? The set speed scale to the battle speed. So what we need to do when we change the speed, we're gonna go to our arena dot combatants. Let's do for each arena dot combatants dot combatant. So we're gonna do combatant dot combatant animator dot set speed to speed. And we're also gonna do combatant dot card animator dot speed. So this should work already, I think. Actually, man, like I need to check these. Let me take on attention here real quick. So when like do C#, when to use a private fields. Say speed versus when to use properties. Speed. Tell me in details. Because from my understanding, I think private fields are better. Like that's the correct way to do it. I don't think technically makes sense to do private properties, unless again, like, because I was doing that because like it was more convenient for Visual Studio. But I don't think there's any problem. From my understanding, it's not wrong to do a private property, but maybe the field is just more performant. So let's just let you know what I'm coming from. So field is just a verb that belongs to a class. Usually make it private to enforce encapsulation, blah, blah, blah. When you don't need validation, transformation, extra logic. So actually that's the thing. So with properties, because like you already have the get and set, and for example here, what I'm doing, like set the speed, I could do a set here and put this logic here, but I think it just looks worse, because like I would like to see my variables, like my properties here, and then like some have like a bunch of logic here. I prefer to, for me, this is more clear to see what is available to be called, especially publicly. But I know that's the benefit of the property, but again, like we're not using that. We just have the the most basic property, like private property. So like this wouldn't even be an advantage, let's say, unless I could really want to do something specific. But to make a property come a pattern field, store the actual data in the property, expose it in a controlled way. So property is a layer of abstraction on top of a field. It looks like a field from the outside, but it's actually special get set. Yeah, this was what I was talking about, like for example, but like I sometimes like you need to do this. I cannot come up with an example from the top of my head, but I've used this pattern here, but very seldom. But see, like, but this is already like you want to expose like public stuff. Validation, constraint extra logic to notify the parts of the program when something changes. Option to evolve the class later without breaking users. Yeah, so this let's say we have this internal speed and it would be named like, let's say like this. If we later decide to change it, I mean, we can just do refactor, rename to capital, and then change to a property. So it's so by definition it's not being accessed outside because it's private. So we only need to change in one file. And so it's not the end of the world. So I also, this wouldn't be an argument. Auto properties in C# we don't need special logic right away. You can use auto prop. Yeah, I mean, so use private field when you work inside the class only for temporary state or internal logic. As a backing store property when you value the value should not be accessed or modified directly outside the class. Yeah, but I get that, but like why? Like, because for me, then like you first, I don't like the standard of having the underscore. It is just one extra character long, and it's like, again, it's a little more awkward to type. But then if you write with like a Pascal case, then it might be confused with like public property. And if you just do like lowercase, then it looks like a variable from inside the method. So again, I like the properties and just use it private, just well, because like I don't see any problem of doing so. So regarding performance, which one is better? Because I think, again, like behind the scenes, the property also uses the field, right? So shouldn't it be the same? Okay, it's a method. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, that the compiler would just be smart and then make into the private field. Okay, I don't know. I'm sold. I'm just gonna keep what I'm doing. I like properties. So I mean, if I see the whatever I was like sometimes writing with underscore, I'll rename it, and that's it. And I use private properties until I see like a really good explanation. Why not? Okay, let's try to run again. I mean, I should have. I mean, I think it should work, but anyway, I should have do like a GD print just in case. But I mean, we're here now already, so let's play here. Let's do speed 5. Okay, it is. I mean, even the everything looked pretty decent. All right, let's do it again. So speed 10. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, any number lingering. No, that was definitely, there was some lingering. Yeah, so there's still numbers coming out here. Why is that? Okay, I think the interval when we're doing our loading visuals. So here, yeah, this twin here, we're not doing the battle speed here. And also our timer, the interval needs to be affected by the battle speed somehow as well. I mean, this is the card animator, right? So for example, when you go here to card animator, when you do the set speed, we need to update these floating visuals as well. Man, I mean, another pet, we could just use like a buzz, like an event buzz. I mean, I think this is so close. I think it's, I don't think you need the complex of the event buzz for now. And also, again, it's a single tone. So we could just it would basically be basically like this, right? Set speed to speed, like. But the problem, and again, sure, we could do this. So public void set speed, and we would do, and then we can again like have a speed here. Let's do float arrow speed, and actually let's rename this to timer into our get set here. And I rename this to duration speed x speed y scale. Just gonna call scale like this for now. And just call scale multiplier. Here we're gonna call Q, and I get set. So again, we can set the speed here. So pedal speed set pedal speed. So I mean, this is fine until because like if I mean here we can do timer. Oh wait, times. No, we need to divide by pedal speed. No, I mean we assume it's 1. It's always 1. Because or else we're gonna be, if we set the speed again and again, it's just gonna keep dividing. So this is fine. Then whenever we create our tween here, what is it? Create tween, we do tween dot set speed scale to pedal speed. Again, the problem here is like if we already have something moving up. So let's say we have this moving up at this speed, and then this guy speeds like crazy. Actually, it might even overtake the thing that came before it. So again, ideally, we want to move the things that are already in place. And again, I mean, we could do that with the animator as well. Like, if we're gonna do this with the where we're gonna get the combatants here. whenever do the set speed, again, if we track the twins, we should be able to achieve that. So let's just track the twins. Here we call set battle speed. So we're gonna have a list of twins. So we can do twins dot add twin. And now when we set the speed, we're gonna loop. So for each on twins, twin, we're gonna do twin dot set speed scale to speed. So let's see how this works, and if this works fine, I think we're gonna do the same. Gonna track all the twins of the combatants, the combatant animator and the card animator. Yeah, okay. The icons that were here on top like fully disappeared. Okay, this is fine. Let's do the same for the twins over here. So combatant animator. Let's just copy here combatant animator. We're gonna have our list of twins, the card animator as well. So when we set the speed, we're gonna loop here as well. And now all we need to do is whenever we create a twin, which we do over here, we're gonna do twin twins dot add twin. And on the card animator, same thing. So twins dot add twin. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to add the, like on the timeline, I need to keep typing here. Let's go back to 1. Man, this is so much better than the previous version. Like it's instant. 05 01 and 5. Yeah, it's, man, this is so good. Like before, for example, if I had something like a 0.1, for example, if I just set this to 0.1, and now even if you would set to, let's say 5, because this card is so slow, you will need to wait. If I just click 5 here, we need to wait until this card comes back here. Quite a thing to modify, and it will take forever, but now it's just like 5 done. Yeah, I'm really, really happy. Like, this is so convenient. Do I need to press enter if I just type 0.5? Okay, and it's doesn't even, I mean, in a way that's probably better. So just, in fact, okay, if you wanna pause, you just set to 0. I mean, there is the pause button here, but 0, 3, 3, 10, 100. Yeah, man, I don't know. This is, it might seem like simple, but I mean, firstly, I don't think this was simple to do, and I don't know. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Let me save this here. So we're gonna do battle speed. Yeah, actually, I mean, so the focus today was the floating visuals and the timeline. That's I'm happy with this. I think we got it. Of course, like, this is didn't implement every single button of the timeline, but the battle speed 100% was by far the most difficult part. I don't know, actually, like, going back and forth on turns, that's also not trivial. But just like play buttons or whatever, that's easy. The floating visuals, I think we got almost everything. We just need to create like extra configurations, for example, for like armor and yeah, whatever it is. I don't know what I want to do next. Maybe we should just create this do the boring stuff already. Yeah, let's actually go back and implement the rest of the wait, 1 hour gamer says flip the card over and show stats. What do you mean? For us to see the stats during the battle? I'm not following. What do you mean by flip the card over? You mean when the, let's say when the card dies, or just some card die here? Oh, now if I click to jump, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, but you can pen and look at the back of the card, and it shows stats. What you mean? This, so like these are the card stats. The physical, the elemental. Is that what you're talking about, or is it the? You mean like battle stats, like how much damage it dealt in total, how many cards it killed, how much it healed? I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you're suggesting or asking. Yeah, battle stats. Yeah, so I want to do battle stats, but this is not like a priority right now, because like for me, So on this branch here that I'm on, so this Battle 3D, my whole priority is like get everything that we had in the game before, improve. And for example, this like the battle speed, like this is strictly better than we had before. Like it's amazing, but it's still the same system. So I want to get like, okay, all the systems that we have in place, then I'll replace this battle 3D, and then can start expanding stuff like so what I want to do is, yeah, I want to have the battle summary, because like now the battle let me show right now the battle summary. Let me go somewhere easier. If I beat this level here, what we have in this 2D version, it would show here the victory and the cards that were used in the battle, right? Not that I used, like that you won. So in this case, I won 61 Aquanis, 21 Lock Heads, and this is from like 100 Divine Energy that I used. But yes, I want to expand this to the battle stats, and it doesn't need to be at the end, right? Like you can see on the side. But I also want to, if you want to inspect, not here, what is the, on the battle, on the 3D version, I want us to click the card or something, and then you can see the card bigger here, and then you can maybe even see the stats of that card in particular, and also see, like, let's say if you just want to hover over the abilities or the stats. So yeah, that's why like this whole left side here is basically for this like advanced view of either the battle like you're suggesting, or not, or and specific cards. I don't think I showed this on stream as well, but like, see, like I got some cards here, and here I even on the live version, this button is not enabled, but like here I already coded this, so you can just click merge all, and so if you just merge like this, it's gonna show, okay, you merge like 60 level 1s, and now you have like 20 level 2s, as you can see here. But if I merge all, doesn't even show anything. Like again, like if you're like a more regular player that you know what's up, like you don't need to be clicking like the buttons a bunch of times. You don't care about like animation, so you just see like, okay, now you have like level 4s here, and now the notification is gone, right? Like I don't have any more cards to merge. If I would play again, I would probably okay, I didn't get many cards that okay, maybe here the Aquanas now I'll probably be able to level to level 5. Nope, I just use more. If I use like 500, yeah, see, so now I have this notification here that have cards to level up. Oh, in fact, like I mean, this doesn't matter, this is just a test account, but I would just do here merge all. So now I have a level 5 and level 5 Glosp as well. So I think, I mean, you guys don't know, but it was so annoying to keep clicking like all the time. I still kept this button here because again, like when I expect people to be trading, and you might not necessarily want to merge all your cards. You might want to keep like cards at lower levels and merge specifically to trade. Yeah, and other things. Some cards have quotes as well. We didn't do the lore yet. So this button here is disabled. But even like the quotes, like they yeah, you see they keep like rotating. There's more than one quote. But like a bunch of cards that still don't have anything. But again, like, this is not the most important thing for me right now is to make the battle 3D extremely easy for people to understand what's happening. That's it. That's all I care right now. Why is kind of broken now? Why are the numbers not moving properly? That was weird. Yeah, what the hell? I was just saying it was like amazing, perfect. Why? I think because I set it to 0, right? When I formatted maybe here. What is it? The visuals. Battle speed. Yeah, it's gonna default to 0, so I need to do this. Now I think it should. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah. Okay, so before I go to sleep, let me do some easy event handlers that I still did not do. So we have our battle, battle 3D event handler. No, I just want battle event handler. This is so let's just go on by one. Ability I did here. Ability cast attack. We have it here. Now turn started. Turn started. Move. Okay, we didn't do move, so maybe let's do it. Okay, let's just add class. So move event handler. Let's copy this, and this is a base battle event handler. Okay, this is definitely a more complicated one. Man, this looks kind of ugly. Do I want to do this right now? No, let's just put a big to do here. Let's leave this for last. Okay, we have elements changed. So add elements changed event handler. Close the move. Let's close the attack. So here. Okay, this one pretty simple. Now we have the record we have is called now deserialize data means record. Let's import it. And this is context.arena. Here, wait, card elements. Let me see how I did, let's say stat changed. Just go. No, okay, let's go card 3D. Okay, because like we didn't do the elements properly. So again, so let's create a scene, call. I don't even know if we need to create a scene for this. Did we do it for the stats? Yeah, we did. So let's just turn this into a scene. This all scenes, features, cards, card 3D. Okay, let's call elements. And here we're just gonna call grid. Here we're gonna call script call elements 3D, I guess. Did we call the stats as 3D as well? Just called stats. We have anything called? We do have elements, but that's exactly just not script. Okay, so let's create here elements. Just copy here from the stats. So I mean, this almost exactly the same. Let's just start with this. Oh wait, why did I? Maybe I did call stats card stats 3D here. But anyway, so here we want our element scene. It's gonna be an element 3D. We call grid for the extension method. This is called elements. I think that's why I called the it's called card elements 3D. Remove the script. Card element. Why this is not renamed yet? Card. Here, card elements 3D. So here it's called element enum. here I think we need to set the whole thing because there's no value. So this would be just a list of element enum. Hey Leo, yeah, good day. What's up? How are you? Elements. So he would just set the whole list. So list. And I did like I'm really happy I managed to like the timeline speed control here was so much better than I expected. 1 hour gamer says I need to get going, have a good sleep. I'll see you when you live again. Yeah man, thanks. Yeah, thank you for being here very frequently. I really appreciate it. List elements. Wait, this is make. Why am I trying to? I don't know. This kind of makes no sense to do this. Like I'll just keep this set here and YOLO it. Um, and I think here, so on the update, it's gonna have a list of element enum elements, and we just set it like this, and then we do create free children, and we do here element. We update it here, and then we do grid add element. And okay, we just need to expose this here. So card element. So here, instead of the element grid, we want to change this to elements. So this is a card elements 3D elements then here card elements 3D. We set the elements. So instead of doing this, all we do very similar to the stat. Where was it? Yeah, we just do here. So elements dot update, and we're gonna do card instance dot elements. And remove this. Move it up here. So we do elements So we need to make it public. Okay, why is it saying, why is it gray and if it's saying usage here? Anyway, I think this should be good now. We have our elements change handler. We need to go to our factory here. So go elements changed. We do elements change event handler. Just in case we need to let's just print here. So do gd why is it not the hash set? I mean, that's fine. We can turn this to a hash set. Okay, with that, we should be good. Oh no, okay, let's just do the print again. So want to whatever gd dot print record dot elements 0 to string. It should. And oh, maybe you cannot do this with hash set. We need to do first. Yeah. So let's do that. Why is it still complaining here? Yeah, elements. Why don't run hash set here then on card instance? I think should be fine. Maybe there's a problem with the. Let's do 2 hash set. Okay. Well, we're gonna need to set up a battle where we can use Jinka, we can use. Let's just use. I mean, we can try both just in case. I don't think we're logging as well. Maybe we should. So here in the elements change, we should do a log. Context.log add. We want combatant.tar.name change to records element. Can I do this for each? How am I gonna? want to write inline, like all the elements into the line. How can I loop over the record dot elements and add to the string in one line? And I don't want to do like a loop and okay, string join. Oh, it's okay. We're gonna go to the training grounds. We want to, can we add a prismatic here? What is prismatic here? Prismatic. So let's get like a difficult one. Let's say the triple. What is static or yeah, static, and we'll do some simple one. For example, one is from the same element and then one from different element, like here. And we also do, let's do a Jinka. What is Jinka? Jinka. Man, yeah, Jinka. Okay, let's do shadow and fire. Just put something here, doesn't matter. Cloud. Okay, that was something. No, yeah, see, no, not found elements. Okay, I didn't give it a unique name. Me at least I can just press to set the team again. Training grounds. What's up? So card elements 3D 23. Whatever. What is the card elements 3D 23? Okay, the scene. Let's go here. Element 3D. MS32 grid array has a parent grid. What? This so cards element 26. Ah, I did add twice here for no reason. Cannot access a disposed object. 24. Take card elements 3D. 24. I don't get it. Why? What's card elements 3D? What's the name here? Grid. Unique name. Element scene is set here. Element 3D. Instantiated, so this is a brand new. I added to the grid. Gonna update it. So what is this saying here? On grid 48. And saying that the node like this is why this is being called twice. Maybe that's the problem. So okay, when I set the cards, I set the elements. And then the elements change. I'm updating this and then I free the children. And I don't think anybody's using this, right? Yeah. In fact, I don't even need this. I'll free the children. And I think that's where it's the problem. Because then when I do the add here, if the children is not, if they did not finish freeing, I would try to arrange, and then the nodes, like the existing nodes, are still like in this like limbo. But do I do Q3 here? No, I just do 3. So this should not happen. Don't I call this like somewhere else? Yeah, why this does not happen here? Grid add and then update. Actually, I think it is good to like, I'll discard here card elements 3D. Let's skip the elements here, it might be useful. But still I don't understand. I don't know, let me just run it again. Maybe it was like some problem with maybe I ran it before I saved the file or something, I don't know. No. Cannot access a disposed object. Is this because like when I do Q3, I think this is on. I don't think I can do Q3 for the grid. I think I need to do a clear. Right? Because it has like I want to free these nodes. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I need to do public void clear. And then here I go over each node in nodes, and then I do node dot free. So now instead of me doing here showing card stats 3D, I'll just do grid dot clear. And here as well. And just for good measure, let's do nodes equals empty here. Yeah, so here Jinka fire needs okay, I did not put prismatic. I don't think I will need to set that for here. So okay, card change should be. So what is the card elements? element event handler. This card instance dot name. So let's run it again with the prismatic as well. But I think this should be good. And also we can remove this GD print. So let's do the same as before. Got a cloud, and also we need to set the prismatic here. So yes, we have electric light water here, electric water. Say Jinka change to nature fire. Okay, so actually that's interesting. So, and I'm not sure if that's the case. Because if you look at the logs here, so AC, it changed to electric light water, right? That's one time. You just set one time. Same for Seraphim. But Jinka, it first changed to nature and fire, and then it changed to nature, fire, and shadow. So it's almost like it's doing 2 times. So let me just double check this real quick. So if you go camouflage, yeah, this is not correct, because like basically we're looping and then changing it 2 times instead of just getting the elements first, then doing it all at once. So is there a set? Yeah, so we just do a wait, how do I go to implementation? So something else, what we can do instead, we do add a list. You can even do a hash. So hash set element nums elements. And then we do here, we can loop, because like we're only gonna call the elements change once. So here is fine. So we just overload this method here in the camouflage here. What we do, we're gonna get gonna do a hash set of element enum. So let's call new elements. Which you can do like this. So what we're gonna do here is add element, and then this we put it outside the loop. Huh, why is it not Okay, I need to add to the interface as well. So here we also add hash set element elements. Okay, let's fix camouflage. And here, let's try it again. Oh no, before we need to reset our server. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. I mean, I should have tested before committing, but I don't know. I'm very confident. Yeah, prismatic. Yeah, see, so now Jinka changed to Nature Fire Shadow just once. And well, the other one stayed the same. Okay, that was elements changed. So elements changed. Wait, how can I cancel this if they say whatever committing? Okay, so we're good with the elements here. What else do we have? So we did set change. We did dodge. I mean, dodge still have like some magic numbers. We're not logging as well. No, we are logging here. I think it's just this, like it's hard coded. It's a bunch of numbers here, but again, like I'll do a pass later, but anything that is hard coded, we remove it. So we have fatigue. We can do I'm getting tired though. Let's just do fatigue and an armor. Actually, fatigue is gonna be a pain in the ass to test. No, actually, it's not. No, yeah. To test it proper, I think we should do the timeline to go around the rounds first. Even though now we can speed the battle. No, actually, okay, we can just pull like some two guys with no attack and then just speed up the battle. Okay, we can do that. Fatigue. Uh, fatigued event handler. This is deserialize. What? Why is it not deserialized data? Do context.log. Just remove all of this. Copy from here. So the settings. This is record.value. What is the type? I mean, we don't need to, because like the type is always gonna be a damage in damage type enum dot true. But then why I here context dot arena? Okay, this should be good. We just need to add on our factory, right? So factory fatigued is on fatigued. And we also add on our asset loader here on the floating visuals. I mean, we just copy from visual effects, battles, 3D. Here, floating, we're gonna copy from physical. Let's duplicate this, and we call through. This we set it to black, or maybe some gray. I just have it black for now. And we're gonna do move here and just call through. And let's see. All we need to do is get 2 cards with no attack, placing like the most simple battle. I would try to put like to not put any environmental effect, see if the game's gonna complain. Let's say Gort versus Shin. Yeah, great. Like it's mean, given that they do not attack, I don't even need to set the speed because I could just skipping turns. So in fatigue, and I definitely saw the numbers. But black was very hard to read, I think, because he had. It's not hard, but it's almost feel like he has the border, but even though the border is black. Let me try to watch the replay. What was it? It happened already? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It feels a bit off. I think if it's just like not super gray, something like this, I think it's gonna be a little bit better. Okay, next. We set the armor. So let's create a new armor. She's like armor damaged. Yeah, armor damage taken. I mean, actually, I don't even like showing the armor as damage taken. The idea that I did before, the reason I had it before was to show, because like when the armor breaks, that's an important information. But I think because I still want to show the physical damage taken, because like you took physical damage and then that hit the armor. So what would happen, like you would see two numbers, like you see a brown 4 and a blue 4, but you technically just took like 4 damage, so it looks a bit misleading if we show the armor. And this always kind of bothered me, but I mean, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna do the armor, and I'll have an event when it's like when the armor breaks, right? When the armor is 0, then you show like a like armor breaking. So let's not do this. So armor damage taken. Heal, we did it already. We did death. We did revive. Everything else is okay. We did environmental effect. All of this order is essentially just one thing, but we need to do the enchantments first. And here there is like this ability started. But I mean, we're not even We're just logging. I think I did this mostly like to debug or something. I don't remember. And I think this is our for like auras, basically, but it's an ability that is like constantly, like you don't cast it, like it's always there. So yeah, let's not do that for now. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't think it's worth to start anything else. So now a clear thing. What are we missing? We're missing the buffs and debuffs. So that's definitely gonna be the focus, I think, for tomorrow. What else are we missing? And then we're also missing the round, like to go back and forth. To skip the round to go to like another turn and that kind of stuff. So actually, I mean, getting close. Should get this Battle 3D going. Maybe can you? Let's see. Okay. But just these two, I think they're very big. They're quite complex, especially the round and turn, because like it is definitely bugged. Like I need to refactor that. So okay, that's it for today. We kind of have our plan for tomorrow. Let me write this down here. So what is it? So for tomorrow, that's basically what we wanna do. We wanna do enchantments, which is like buffs and debuffs for people that are not familiar with the term that I chose here. And we want to do round and turn selection. Right, that's it for today. I'm quite happy, especially with the time speed. Like this, I think is gonna be playing a very important role in the game, and I'm quite happy with the result. The battles here, like these event handlers, like it's kind of whatever. I am happy with the text floating, but like something's still off. Like we probably like later we need to do a bunch of more, like a pass on. I don't know, like on the visuals in the, for example, like some of the images still look a bit jittery to me. Look at this platform, it's kind of jittery. We need to add borders and lights and shadows, and maybe that's something we can do tomorrow as well. Like if something's like too difficult or just want to relax, we can just play with some light sources and see how if the battle is gonna look better or not. So anyway, that's it for today. We have our plan for tomorrow. Thanks for everybody watching, and I'll see you next time.